Super Mario Brothers movie came out last Wednesday, and it is, I don't know, it hit the ground running for sure as far as the budget goes, the box office goes. The fans have definitely spoken, the audience has spoken. According to Rotten Tomatoes, the critics came out and gave it a 56% because they are absolutely clueless. Grace Randolph showed off that she doesn't even know what the Mario games are with her little review. I might do a little reaction to that, one of my first. But the audience came out as of today, 97%. The audience has spoken. So far over Wednesday and Thursday, the movie has made worldwide over $120 million. With Easter weekend coming, this movie could break 300 million with the extra days. But I wanted to talk a little bit, get into a few little non-spoiler review and a spoiler review. I will warn everyone when I get into spoilers, for sure. Bottom line, this is a fun movie. I do have a few issues with it, but they did not do enough to sway me from enjoying the movie. There's a lot of good jokes, a lot of good throwbacks, lots of nostalgia and fan service. Few non-spoiler reviews. Would I recommend? Well, first of all, I would definitely recommend this movie if you have kids. If you have a family, this is a fantastic movie for kids. Absolutely, it's family friendly. There's good messaging in it. Friendship, family, Mario and Luigi, the brother dynamic there is just, it's wonderful. The music, lots of callbacks to the old Mario games. I was sitting there after the movie for the next day humming the tunes for Mario. It just brought me back to the old games that I grew up playing. Lots of nostalgia, lots of Easter eggs, which will help older fans, the parents, people like me. I am a parent. A parent? Anyway. Lots of nostalgia, lots of Easter eggs. It's good fan service. There's good family messaging in it. The dynamic outside of how. Anyway, that'll be in the spoilers. Fans are gonna love this movie. They will thoroughly enjoy this movie. It's did. I'm stumbling over my words. Good lord! I even have stuff written down that I want to talk about. This is why I don't use scripts. Yeah, there we go. Pacing. The pacing of the movie might be something the critics are talking about because it's very fast paced. It's an hour and a half movie, which is good for family and kids. Keeps them in their seats and not too bored. Hour and a half. It's good time, good run time for a movie, but they tried to cram they crammed a lot into an hour and a half, which is okay in some aspects, not too good. There's not a lot of explanation. If you're not a fan, if you do not understand the premise of the Super Mario Brothers games throughout history, you might get a little lost in wondering what is what. Um, the story, the story is very basic. I would not say it's non-existent, but it is a very basic story. Hero, villain, got to save the day. That's the story. There's nothing wrong with that. It's an enjoyable basic story, easy to understand for everyone, as far as I'm concerned. But again, pacing, story, they had to find a happy medium. I think they did an okay job. Illumination did a fantastic job, especially with the visuals. Things that you've already seen in the trailers. So there's no spoilers here. The Rainbow Road sequence is wonderful. The part in the trailer where Bowser shows up and goes after the Pengus, that's the opening sequence of the movie, so no spoilers there. It's great. Throwbacks to the games, things you understand, all the different enemies, the bosses, all this other stuff. Great, wonderful thing. Outside, for the voice acting, everyone did an absolutely phenomenal job with the voice acting. Seth Rogen phoned it in, but that's about it. Keegan-Michael Key did a good job as Toad. Chris Pratt, Charles Day. Oh, damn it, Charlie Day. Where are you at? Charlie Day did wonderful as Luigi. Jack Black killed it, absolutely killed it as Bowser. Just all around, I have a bias against Seth Rogen. He irritates the hell out of me, but all around, they all did a wonderful job. Also, I'm not going to. No, Charles Martinet, he's in the movie. He does a voice in the movie. Wonderful. Overall, this is a fun movie. Fun for the family, fun for the fans. Go see it. Although I'm recording this on Saturday. we're already into the weekend. If you haven't seen it, if you're waiting for a review, what are you doing? Go watch this movie. Bring the kids, bring the family. Get yourself a Super Mario Cup, because I sure as hell did. Because, yeah, I'm a fan. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into spoilers. Everyone understands this. Before you go back, go watch the movie, come back, and we'll have a discussion about the spoilers, the things I liked, the things I didn't like. There's a couple of particular things that I didn't like. I went on a rant on my live stream the other night after the movie. Gonna be more concise and clear. I thought maybe if I thought about it a little more, talked about it a little more, that I'd feel a little different. But it's like, no. So, getting into spoilers, Mario's dad's dick, but this is an Italian family. The movie opens up with the scene from the trailers where Bowser shows up, and what he finds when he's burning down the ice castle, he finds an invincibility star. It's like, okay, so we are definitely, this is a video game put in movie format, essentially. And personally, I think that's pretty awesome. I don't think it's a bad thing. I would not call that a negative. You have to be there's very little explanation, but hey, they show the invincibility star. With this, I will take over the world. One of the complaints about Bowser being a simp. Bowser is a simp in all the games. He kidnaps Princess Peach because he wants Princess Peach to be his queen and rule the kingdom. Ooh, that's not a negative. That's his character. Jack Black takes it to another level with his simping, for sure. I think he does a great job. When you are introduced to Mario and Luigi, they show the plumber's rap, the Super Mario rap from many moons ago in commercial format, where he overdoes the "It's me, Mario." He overdoes Charles Martinet's voice of Mario as, I don't know, I guess as a throwback, as a callback, as just an homage to Charles Martinet, but he does that in the commercial, and that's about it. Throughout the movie, I think Chris Pratt does a wonderful job adapting Mario's voice. No complaints from me, for sure. Charlie Day does a fantastic job as Luigi, absolutely, throughout the entire film. The Rainbow Road sequence, fantastic. It had I've heard other people talk about it, but it definitely has a very Mad Max vibe. They get the Donkey Kong Kingdom and their army. They are the mechanics in this world. They make the vehicles for racing and everything. And the sequence where Peach, Mario, and Toad go to pick their vehicles, it's very reminiscent of the video game where you select your tires, your car, your vehicle, your paint job, all that other stuff. It's actually, like I said, there's lots of throwbacks, lots of callbacks, lots of Easter eggs in this movie that are just fantastic. It's a wonderful fan service. I'm going to be saying that a lot. But the Rainbow Road sequence was good. I'm going to get onto the obstacle course in a second. The side-scrolling in Brooklyn at the beginning of the movie to show off Mario's ability and Luigi's inability. Luigi, of course, is a bit of a coward. But the good thing is Luigi actually there is character growth. There is the hero's journey, I guess, especially for Luigi, because in the end, he comes in at the end of the movie to help Mario save the day. And that's, I guess, the entire movie's about that. There's parts where all the characters succeed and fail and succeed and fail. But by the end of the movie, Mario and Luigi, with the help of the invincibility star, they are needed to save the day. Of course, after destroying half of Brooklyn, because whatever. Peach does things to help, but ultimately Mario and Luigi. Peach helps Mario. Kong helps Mario. Luigi helps Mario. But ultimately, at the end of the movie, it's Mario that saves the day, just like in the games, just like in all this other stuff. As far as the things that I vehemently did not like, it's only a couple, but one of them is because I don't like Seth Rogen. I don't like his attitude. I don't like how he runs his mouth on social media, and I don't like how he phoned it in with Donkey Kong, his voice for Donkey Kong. It wasn't Seth Rogen doing the voice of Donkey Kong. It was Seth Rogen doing the voice of Seth Rogen. That's all it was. All the other voice actors, they put some effort into it. They did a little changing. They did the voices, and Seth Rogen just absolutely did not. And fans roasted him apparently on Twitter. But it is what it is. Uh, Not everybody's going to have that same opinion of me. I think the writing for Kong was a bit funny. His character in the movie is immature, wants to do everything to impress his dad, to impress Cranky Kong, and all this other stuff. So that's the character itself. The voice, whatever. My number one complaint deals with the initial interactions between Peach and Mario. Peach is definitely a girl boss in this movie. I think they turned it on a little bit too much. Agree, disagree, let me know what you think. The number one thing, the number one scene that I had the most problem with was the obstacle course in the movie. Princess Peach, I've said this in my initial reviews before I went and watched the movie, that it all depends on how they handle it in the movie. I think they handle it poorly. Princess Peach gets through the obstacle course with absolutely zero problem. Mario struggles over and over and over and over and over again. That is understandable because this is a new obstacle course. Come to find out, Peach did it her first try. Why did you put that in the movie? Why did you have to emphasize that Peach, yes, sure, she grew up there, she was raised by the Toads to be their queen. I understand that. But the obstacle course, she finished it, breezed through it on her first try. They did not have to do that. And that leads to me feeling like they overdid it. They overdid it just a notch. Sure, there's a lot of other parts in the movie where during the wedding scene, Princess Peach, she hides a frost flower in her bouquet, and she freezes Bowser, and she freezes the mechanism that's lowering everyone in to die in the lava pit. But ultimately, she does not succeed at that point. Bowser gets free and captures everybody. At the end of the movie, when they end up in Brooklyn, Kong, Peach, all the side characters, they go after Bowser while Mario and Luigi regroup, reassess the situation. They're fighting Bowser, and they do not succeed in beating Bowser. Like I said before, ultimately, it has to be Mario and Luigi helping each other, just like in the games, helping each other to save the day. Again, with the help of the Invincibility Star, but hey, that's a staple of the games. Having Peach talk about Mario the way she did in the beginning, I had just a small problem with. Something they didn't have to do. But my number one complaint about that whole obstacle course thing is you didn't let Mario finish. You just couldn't. You just didn't let him finish. I wanted to see, and this is just a personal opinion. This is me. This is what I wanted to see. Again, it does not take away. I don't think it takes away from the movie as a whole. I just wanted to see Mario hit the top of that flag and get the 1,000 points. I said this on the live stream that's going to be over on the Dumpster Fireside chat channel whenever I decide to post it. But that was my number one complaint about that entire scene outside of Peach. Just like the look on her face was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know. Mario tells her, you finished it on your first try, didn't you? And the excuse being that she was raised there, she was raised by the Toads, but they could have given her some struggle. She struggles throughout the rest of the movie. She has to ask the Kongs for help. So she's not a Mary Sue. She's a girl boss. She is not a Mary Sue. Those are two completely different things. She does struggle. She needs Mario's help to get the Kongs to help. She needs Mario's help in the end. She needs Mario. Yeah, so, well, all in all, I do believe they did well with these two characters in their interaction. Of course, they flirt back and forth each other, and it's a little hint that Peach is showing some interest in Mario, which Bowser is very jealous of. But ultimately, in the end, I just wanted to see Mario. I'm going to complain for a second. I'm going to rant for a second. I wanted to see Mario just hit the top of that flag, and just one little part where he hits the top of the flag and the flag changes to an icon of him instead of Peach, and he goes down, and Peach has the look on her face of actual surprise and not admiration, but kind of like There's a word for it. I'm sure everyone listening to this, if you made it this far, knows what I'm talking about. Where she's not shocked, but go like, "How you did it? Awesome." Appreciation. I can't think of the word, and I hate that. Moving on. All in all, fantastic movie. I think this is a good movie for fans. This is an absolutely good movie for fans. It's a good start for Illumination teaming up with Nintendo. If we can get some more movies like this, well written, no message. There is no messaging in this movie. The jokes were good. The pacing was, a lot of people can complain about the pacing. It was very fast paced, one scene after another, after another, after another. But again, if you're familiar with the universe and the games and the story, you will have absolutely no problem. I'm still not understanding the blocks with the power ups. They're just there. Not too much. They could have done with a little bit of explanation for where that was. Moving forward, the next movies will probably need to have a little bit more exposition, a little bit more explanation. But overall, yes, go see this movie. I do recommend it. If you have kids, if you have family kids, 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt, take them to go see this movie. Dress them up to go see this movie. There was a kid in some suit in Mario pajamas there. A buddy of mine, Hoshiro, and his girl, they dressed up as Mario and Peach to go see this movie. This is a chance for you to dress up and go have some fun. This is a fun movie. Definitely recommend it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for making it this far. Got nothing. Why couldn't they let Mario finish the... Anyway, bye.